Propagating mulberries. You might have seen a previous video about pruning mulberries. These everberry mulberries were pruned 6 weeks ago, and we are going to show you how we took all those cuttings and turned them into 20 new mulberry trees. So I have this plastic bin, and I just have two types of sand mixed in, a lighter one and a darker one. I found that when I just use the light sand, it kind of cracks if I move it. So by mixing it up with this darker soil, that prevents it from cracking the soil when I move the box. Compacted the soil a little bit more. I'm laying it out. Make sure it's even. You don't want to flood it. So to get some airflow in here and prevent all these things to start growing in there, we don't want it now. We're going to make a couple of holes on each side, right above the soil line. Now that we got the soil put up a little bit, I need my growth hormone, just the one I use. You can find a link at densitydrops.com to get more detailed instructions. And I have a little stick to make some holes in here. I usually end up sticking them in the end. You don't want to go all the way to the bottom, just kind of make it so that all the growing powder won't fall off. Kind of see it's already cracking a little bit. Let's get to the cuttings. So I have a little container where I collect the leaves. Either they go into the compost for the chickens, or I use them to fill up pots. So here we have a little one. Just took the leaves. Leave one or two at the top. Cut them in half. Okay. This is kind of a thin cutting, but I don't like to waste anything, but I'll stick it back there though. Let me get this big one up here, because this big one, it keeps on making the glass tip over. I think this might have been the top one. It's a nice pencil size diameter. So I'm going to take a look at that. I'm going to cut right below a node. See, there's a node right here. I'm going to cut right below that. I'm going to cut at an angle. And then I'm going to go about, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 leaf nodes. That'll be alright. Right here. Got the bottom leaves. Cut the top leaf. And then I also like to just now I get some growing powder on here. And stick it in. On the holes. Now I wanted to show you the difference between some of the cuttings. This is a more woodier cutting, and this is a softwood cutting. I use both, and I have good results with both. Sometimes everything takes, sometimes 50% takes. But that's just how it is. I'm not an expert, and you might be wondering why I'm taking cuttings from a tree, from 2 trees. That between the 2 of them, I've only produced 1 tiny blue mulberry. But that's where patience come in. I believe in these trees, and as a frugal gardener on a teacher's budget, patience is my best friend, which is why I grow things from tiny cuttings and patience year after year, and all of a sudden things start producing. So if they end up being poor producers, we can always feed them to the chickens or compost it. Hopefully the future feed it to some goats. As for now, I am not gonna waste a single branch of any of the fruit trees. That is just not how it is around here. Cutting a branch means a potential, put that in the water, a potential new fruit tree. And oh yes, we've been doing so many of these cuttings from mulberries, trying to save the mulberries that grow in our area, but they're all threatened from development. We had one mulberry tree that was really great producer, and we would go by every year and pick up mulberries, and then little by little development moved in, and now a Dollar General has taken over and the mulberry tree is gone. But we have about 7, 8 of the exact same species at our land, and we have given so many away to friends and neighbors. So now we got all the cuttings in here, and we're gonna wet it up. I like to just use the water that I've been, and kind of, you can see how the holes fill up, and I might just go in and push them down on each one of them to make sure that they're firmly planted in here. And I'll add buckets and put some more water. I think I've got the soil compressed around all of them. Just with water. I'll try to get out the edges. See. You can kind of see that it's not really even at the bottom yet. It doesn't have to be. We don't want to put too much water in. But I like to put just enough in that I know it'll stay humid for the next 2 weeks without me having to even do any watering. And now if I don't have any holes in, I will not even go in and do any watering all the winter, or just leave it for months. But I found that it's better to just put the bare holes in and then check them more often. Just don't touch them, just leave them alone. Because the biggest problem that I have when messing up my cuttings is by trying to check on them and disturb the roots. And then, yeah. So just leave them. Patience. Now we put on the lid. And most importantly, right, what we have. See, ever-bearing mulberry. And today's date, June 1st, 24. Here I have some hydrangeas, and I think these are pear trees. And I'm going to resist opening these because this is the way I can tell whether they need water or not. You see all the water droplets collecting on the top and on the side. That's a sign that they're fine for now. So I'll give them another week or so before I even check on them. 6 weeks later. Take a look at these ever-bearing mulberries. They are stuck. And it's time to take a look at the roots. The advantage of these clear bins is that you can see when the roots are growing deep. And it is time to put these ever-bearing mulberries in pots. They're so big that they have outgrown the container. Someone gets some big ones. Nice. Look at those roots. 6 weeks. One over here. Just loosen a little bit. Don't want to ruin any of the roots. And there we have, I think there are about 5 mulberries put in a pot. I'm leaving these to grow a little bit longer to build their roots, but I've opened up the bin. All these mulberries have been grown from cuttings. We have ever-bearing, cuttings. So, if you want more plants, give it a try. It's very easy. And if you like this video, you know what to do. Please like and subscribe and share with your friends. And visit us at dancingtreetops.com for more.